What's up, you guys? I cannot believe that literally tomorrow, my baby boy, Ever James, will be 1 year old. So I figured today we'd rewind the time to Ever's first celebration, which was his surprise baby shower. I honestly wasn't sure if I wanted a baby shower. I was conflicted because obviously I was not carrying my son, and I just thought that would be like awkward. But at the same time, I have a true Latino family that wanted to celebrate, the waiting for Ever James and everybody coming together and celebrating that he was on his way. They wanted to give him gifts. They wanted to, shower us with love and excitement. So, of course, my incredible sister Claudette decided to throw me a surprise baby shower. Now, while I knew that it was happening, I had an idea. I was like, I just want to keep it super simple. I wanted to just be my closest of friends and family. And of course, I wanted neutral vibes. So that's literally the only thing I knew. I made sure that I had a neutral outfit to show up in, and I knew that it was gonna be at my sister's home, and the rest was all her. I was super anxious. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna wear? I, at the same time, was like, is this gonna be kind of weird? And I have to say, although my journey to motherhood has not at all been what I imagined, I couldn't be more grateful for the people that I surrounded myself with during this time and the love that I felt and the normalcy that they brought to my journey, and just how much that meant to me was incredible. Literally, from my sister just like putting together this party, to friends flying in from out of town, to Lana being there to oversee every step of the way and making sure that like the little things that were happening, because I know you guys know I do not like surprises. So anything that she ever heard or oversaw was like, not sure. I love that like those little things were like kind of flagged for me. The top 3 things that I think are super important when planning a baby shower would be, number 1, who is planning this baby shower? Are you involved? Are you not involved? Kind of figuring out what that is. I think that is so important, that you're surrounded with people who know you, love you, and most of all, honor what it is that you want. Because I know so many times they can be coming from a really great place, but if it's genuinely not what you want, they should absolutely respect and honor that. And for me, I had a few requests. Obviously, this was not something that was publicly known. There were only literally our closest of friends even knew that Ever was on his way. And so for me, the attendees list was like a must. Like that was the one thing I had to be a part of. Who was gonna be there to celebrate this super sacred moment? Number 2 would be, don't stress yourself out. And I say this because it seems so easy to get stressed out by events like this, from what are you gonna wear? How much are you gonna spend? Financially, is this going to like be completely insane? You are about to be celebrated, and I think more than anything, making sure that you have a good time and that you feel like this was an enjoyable experience is so important. There's nothing worse than having a party and you're literally sitting there like, ugh, this is such a burden or such a drag. And certainly don't let anybody throw you an event who makes you feel that way. Like, actually have a good time. Like, this is a celebration, people. We're celebrating life. It's a baby. Number 3, I think, would be capture the moment. Like, I'm actually shocked that literally it's an entire year later and it's the first time that we're ever gonna post these photos on Instagram, the first time that we are going to show this entire event that happened. And guys, can we be honest? It's really cool that the people that I actually had there didn't say anything. They honored my requests and my wishes. and it was never posted online. There was no slip-ups. There was no, oops, I made a mistake. And that meant so much to me. So now that you've heard my top 3 requests for my baby shower, it was number 1, making sure that the people around me actually honored my wishes. Number 2, that we had a good time, it wasn't stressful. And number 3, I would say just the fact that like we captured so much footage. You're gonna wanna look back and show your baby how they were celebrated before they were even here, like I'm doing today. And most of all, that no one posted before they were supposed to. My sister is literally the ultimate party planner. She's always been an incredible party planner, super detail oriented, loves a good theme, and her kids' parties have been pretty epic. So I did not worry myself at all that this was gonna be absolutely incredible. I actually almost was more so worried that she'd go too crazy with it and that it would be super elaborate and over the top, but it was absolutely perfect. The first thing she did was enlist our incredible family friend who is our event planner. He literally does all of our events. Brian actually also did Claudette's 40th birthday, and he is hands down the best. So I knew that it was aesthetically gonna look absolutely stunning, and I thought it was pretty cool that they came up with a theme, but it not being like super themey. It was a nod to Ever's name, and that became the infinity symbol. Now that we had the theme locked down, which was pretty much neutrals meets summer linens meets obviously this incredible idea of a nod to Ever's name with the infinity symbol, I knew that it was going to be absolutely perfect. And then one day I said to myself, we should also require that all the guests wear like a certain palette, which was literally neutrals, linens, and I started looking for my own outfit. And I started looking at Cult Gaia and a lot of their amazing linen pieces. And my husband was like, baby, you're not the one that's pregnant, so go sexy with it. And I was like, really? Do you think that would be okay, or do you think that would look weird? And he's like, there's nothing weird about this. We are celebrating you and the hot mama that you are about to be. So I remember choosing a few options, but finally going with a strapless Cult Gaia dress that I loved. And my hairstylist, Ray, flew in to do my hair. Ari was supposed to be there, but something ended up happening and she didn't make it. And I did my own makeup, which I think sometimes is really special in these intimate moments. Looking back, I just remember having butterflies and being so excited and at the same time nervous, and the gates opening to my sister's estate and just walking into her great room and seeing all the people I love dressed in their neutrals, ready to celebrate my baby boy. One of the most emotional moments for me was walking in and hearing the song that they were playing. A lot of people don't know that my favorite song of all time is Danny's song. And there's a line in there that says, I think I'm gonna have a son. And I've been singing this song for years and saying, this is my favorite song, this is my favorite song, this is my favorite song, and singing it. And then I heard it one day and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been saying, I think I'm gonna have a son. I just remember feeling so emotional for multiple reasons. I think the first one was the song playing. The second thing was it felt so real to me for the first time. For the very first time, all in one place were the people I loved, you know, just making it that much more real. Like, I don't even know how to explain that, but like when you're holding a secret so tight and so close to your heart, and then you see the people you love all with tears in their eyes, tears of joy for you. And I just broke down and was literally bawling my eyes out, walking around the room, just hugging everyone and saying, thank you for being here. Thank you for celebrating my baby boy. And it was just a really, really, really special moment that I will never, ever, ever forget. Some of the other really special details that I remember from my surprise baby shower were things like a prayer tree. I actually had never heard of this, but I thought it was a brilliant idea, especially because it took a lot of prayers to get us to this place. So I love that when my family arrived, they all actually had like these pieces of fabric and note cards that they got to write what their prayers were for our family, our growing family, and for our baby boy. And then they tied them to this beautiful tree that my sister has outside of her home. And at the end of the party, I actually got to receive all of those prayers and kind of go through them. And that in itself, like when you think about who your tribe is and who the village is that is going to help you raise that baby and what their prayers, hopes, and dreams are for him, I was so overwhelmed with love and gratitude. And I just thought to myself, oh, if I ever threw somebody a baby shower, like this is a genius idea, I would definitely do this. Comment below if you had a baby shower that had a prayer tree or just like a book where people were able to write down what their hopes, dreams, and prayers were for your child. Okay, from the emo moments to now, hands down my favorite thing, let's talk about the food. I love that even though I wasn't pregnant, my sister considered both Israel and I's cravings, and she actually served our favorite foods. If you know me, I am a breakfast girl at the wee hours of the morning. I could eat breakfast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So Tasty Table in Westchester put together this incredible array of breakfast foods. It was definitely like a brunch vibe, and it was buffet style, so you were able to walk up and kind of get served and figure out what it is that you wanted. And I got a little bit of everything, and it was all absolutely incredible. Not only that, but we also had signature cocktails, which you know is a must for me at a party. I love a good signature cocktail where it's like, oh, this is this person's vibe. I love trying people's favorite drinks and seeing if maybe this is my new favorite drink. So here is the signature cocktails we had at my surprise baby shower. I love that the signature cocktails were a nod to all five of us, me, Israel, Ever, and of course his godparents, Claudette and Jerd. So there was the Everclear, which is gin, rosemary, grapefruit, and sugar. A and the City, hello, a nod to Sex and the City. Vodka, cranberry juice, and citrus, it's giving Cosmo vibes. In True is Fashion, a good old-fashioned vibe, bourbon, bitters, absinthe, and sugar. Then the Padrino Punch, of course. My baby's godfather is Trini to the bone, so we went with a rum, pineapple, mango, orange juice. And then the Hippie Titi, which is Claudette through and through. Tequila, lavender, butterfly pea, flower, and lime. I'm not even gonna front. I was drinking Claudette's drink at the party because hers was absolutely delicious. Both Claude and I have very similar taste buds, and I just loved that like everyone was having so much fun. Another cool thing that my sister thought of was asking each guest to bring a book to build Ever's library. And I thought that that was so amazing because, man, my baby has got a ton of books. And I think it's incredible that he'll be able to look back. I love that in the inside they wrote little messages to him. I know to and from who got my baby this book, and that there's a whole story behind every story I get to tell. After having an awesome time, obviously eating, laughing, drinking, it was time for dessert. And that was an ice cream truck from literally one of my favorite places called Blue Pig, right? The Blue Pig. So incredible. They literally make handcrafted, homemade ice cream in the most insane flavors. And some of my favorites are rose and cardamom. They had that. So literally my sister had all my favorite flavors. There was a lavender and honey vanilla. Oh my gosh, just thinking of it, my mouth is salivating. But it was so, so good. And I think just having like an ice cream truck there in the middle of summer was really, really cool. And my favorite part of my surprise baby shower was definitely a shocker. I was so shocked to find out that my sister actually had my favorite tattoo artist at the party ready to tattoo all of our friends and family. Like literally there was a tattoo station, and that is where I got this tattoo by the incredible Michelle Santana, who works at Bang Bang in the Lower East Side, which literally is like a world-renowned dope tattoo spot. And I ended up getting both the infinity symbol and Ever's name tattooed in Israel's handwriting on my hand. She also did this tattoo that's Israel's name, and a lot of my family members did not have tattoos, and this was their first time ever getting tatted. So people were piled in, just, waiting for their moment to get their tats. I mean, Lana got a tattoo for the first time. She has like my beautiful mom in Arabic behind her ear. Lana got a ummi. That's how you say it in Arabic, but it's pretty much like how you say, how would you explain it?
It's like my mother.
It means not my mother, but like my mother. So that's what Lana got. My mom got a tattoo for Claudette and I, which was really, really special. Mariah had Israel write the word angel, and she got that behind her ear, like on her neck. What else? I mean, so many people got tattoos, and that was like really, really, really cool. And I knew that it was just the last few days of people not knowing, because I was still posting on Instagram, and I remember being like, everyone's gonna see that his name is like literally right on my hand. But nobody saw it. We kept our secret for real, for real. Like, I don't know how, but we did it. And I just had the best time, the best baby shower. At the very end, I remember everybody kind of coming together outside, and they had this whole sitting area with his name and his symbol. And I got to open up so many incredible and generous gifts from friends and family. And then Mama Felician, who is my brother-in-law, Jared's mother. She's literally all of our mother. We love her so, 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 so much. She said a prayer over us, and just all of those moments were so special and beautiful. And I literally can't believe that that was a year ago. So that was Ever's first celebration. I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about my surprise baby shower. I want to hear about yours. Comment below if you had a theme, if you didn't have a theme, and kind of anything special you may have done. I hope that there's maybe some women in the comments that are going to get some cool ideas of things they can do for their upcoming baby showers. Now I've got to get to planning a 1-year-old's birthday, and I'm so thrilled, but at the same time, looking back on the past year, I am not the same woman I was a year ago at all. Motherhood has completely changed me. It's shifted my perspective in so many ways. And honestly, I am not the kind of mom I thought I would be at all. Like, I'm so different from what I would have imagined, especially with the idea now of celebrating Ever's first birthday. Everyone's like, oh my God, I know Adrienne is gonna go and do something absolutely insane and over the top. And I am not. And I'm really proud that I'm doing what I wanna do, and that I'm doing something that isn't for Instagram. It's not for this YouTube channel. I am doing something, once again, that is sacred to me and my family and the ones that are the closest to me. And most of all, that this celebration is really for and about Ever James. And had you asked me this a year ago, I would have told you, oh, we're throwing a music festival for Ever's birthday. It's gonna be a carnival. Like, I had all of these ideas, and I still have one that I definitely want to do, but I think I'm going to hold out and do it for his golden birthday, which will be his 5th birthday, because Ever was born on August 5th. And I think that there's going to be something really special about keeping it simple, keeping it just us, the main squad, the core family, and not making my little boy miserable on his birthday. Just no stress, just celebrating his life. Comment below if you think I'm crazy, if you're kind of disappointed that I don't have some wild, out of this world party to tell you about, or if you're kind of proud of me for just doing what's in my heart and what I think would be best for our family. Again, it's totally the opposite of who I thought I was gonna be as a mom. You could not have told me a year ago that we were not gonna do something wild to celebrate this boy. But there's something about the idea of planning something really over the top that feels stressful, that feels like it might involve him being in a costume that might make him miserable, keeping him awake and being like, party, no, like you have guests and friends here. If he wants to take a nap in the middle of the day, I'm gonna lay down with him and hold him and just thank God for the past year.
Okay, Heather, it's your first car ride home. This is sadly our first selfie video. There will be a lot of them. You look a little crazy, you look a little dirty. That's because we're just letting all the goodness soak in. Can I see Heather?
You know when you're like back in the same place where you're like praying for something, and then I see it all decorated and all his little things everywhere, and it's just like I can't believe it.
I believe it.
But his clothes only show literally when
Yes, baby. Yes, baby.
Ah, it's your first time. Yeah.
is the story of a big boy and his sippy cup. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Ooh.
So I hope that you guys love that you got a glimpse into that celebration, and I can't wait to share with you guys what we end up doing for Ever's birthday tomorrow. It is going to be a celebration, just maybe not the one I would have assumed a year ago. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Love Always Adrian. Follow us on Facebook, and make sure that you click the link above so that you're notified every time there is a new episode.